Kia ora, good evening. I finally am finished with school and I'm back with a really good clip for you. It's a coffin slide with the closest call to being stomped in the face with some skates and losing your fingers I think I've ever seen. A very creative clip, one that I would never ever attempt. Today I'm starting off with some pretty sad news, which I'm kind of gutted to be bringing you, and that is a reflection on the state of rollerblading right now. So not too long ago, Matthias was on Ricardo Lino's stream just talking about the state of blading for 2022.
Right now, the industry, from what I can see and what I can hear, it's like sales are still okay, but they are quite down. And the inventory level of all shops and all brands is really, really high. There's, some shops having troubles with payments and, struggling to keep everything going. So it's not perfect situation, but I guess it will continue for some months and maybe years. I don't know.
Thank Facebook for that. So right now, this is your excuse. If you have any skates that you want to get for Christmas, you have full permission to buy them. Make sure you go out of your way to go buy them right now. Support your local skate shop. They need us now more than ever. If there's more than one skate you want and you can afford it, buy every single one. Help the skate shops out. Overall, it is really sad to hear though. It made me go dive into the Google Trends for aggressive rollerblading in general. This is the lifetime right here. Even with the big bump in searches we got over for the COVID pandemic, it's only 30% of our all-time high in the data that Google has still in 2004, which is kind of sad. But as you can see, this year hasn't had much of a peak. And which is definitely sad to see. Don't lose hope though, there's definitely a lot more people out blading. And mostly I just want to encourage you to go buy some skates. And also another really interesting fact about it is the fact that the peak for searches for aggressive rollerblading and rollerblading in general is in April, March. And if you have a theory for why that is, please let me know. Moving on though, if you are one of those people that has money to spend, right now I'm doing a Black Friday sale on my shop Lace, where you can get everything I have in stock is like literally 50% off. You can save $40 on the sweaters here. They're down to just 60 New Zealand dollars, and all the laces are 50% off. It's the best time ever to try them out. The only laces on the market made to be the correct size for aggressive skates. I do have very limited stock left, so definitely act fast, and I'd really appreciate the support. But if you're not going to spend money on that, then I highly recommend spending money on this next thing, which is brought to my attention by this video here by Jan. Jan's talking about Sam, the rollerblader in Africa, who runs a yearly event out of the cost of his own pocket for free for the people around him to learn how to skate and have fun. And he's doing this all on his own with no help, no sponsors from any company, which I can't believe. And right now he has a GoFundMe that is set up where he's just trying to raise $500 US, just $500 US to keep this event going. He's only $100 off the goal, and I think we can definitely get him there. So yeah, if you have some money to spend, you want to help out one of the purest dudes in blading, doing all he can to help his community, and just a rollerblader through and through, a really dude that is easy to look up to. Definitely go chuck some money his way, even if it's just $1 or something, it'll help him out. Next up, I have a new skate spot. It's a white version of the CJ Seba skates. This is taken from the Slack. I actually know none of the context. I have no idea whose foot this is, but as you can see, that's a Seba skate and it's white. So it might be like the new FR skate, the Anti-Potier. There might be a white version coming. Can't wait to see it. It seems like the era of white skates is well and truly on its way. It's not the only new skate though. It's the only leak I have, but there's a bunch of new skates coming out, which really sticks to the theme about there being skate shops being filled with skates. But this next one here is a 3D printed one by Photograph on Instagram. And I see, it's a really cool design. It's very unique. I see a combination of the K2 cuff here with like a open shell rims boot. And like it really looks like an OS, right? Like an OS 3, but then with like a K2 cuff. It's called the Tributte boot. Definitely check out its Instagram. It'll be linked in the description to follow the project. Really good stuff coming from there. The next new skate though is one you can actually buy. But first we have to talk about the liners that are released by Roces. They got a new RL2 liner. They removed some stitching from around the cuff area, so there's no pressure points there, I guess. And overall, I have had really good experiences with Roces liners, so I'm definitely very curious to see how this would perform. And the black and white is kind of a vibe. I kind of like it. They did actually release skates, so that's what I thought I was going to. But here we have a new signature skate for Nils, Janson, the champion himself, taking dub after dub recently. A really nice sand black and orange colorway once again. The fifth element again, which is cool to know. This time not a signature series by the looks. It seems to be just the fifth element. Knowing me though, I'm probably wrong. We're not done there though. They have another skate they're dropping too, called the Pomegranate, which is a really nice colorway again. Some more creamy colors. It was noted that they have the same frame color as the new Clark collab with them skates, which is interesting. But yeah, I think the funniest thing I saw from this was from Junk in the chat. Shout out Junk, who screenshotted this from IRollNY stream. It's literally the Dr. Pepper and cream soda can. Like there's got to be the inspiration, right? It's literally, the colors are spot on. If they didn't use this as reference and then making the skate, I'll be very surprised. It is a vibe though. I like the cream vibe, you know, that's very nice. And once again, here's the owner of Roces with the behind the scenes pictures of these boots. Really good look at them, eh? And there's a guy here talking about why Roces has like riveted cuffs, asking them to make them replaceable. Roces, please never listen to that, because that's one of the best parts about the M12 is it's just, you never have to worry about this bolt coming loose. Don't change that, please. It's so good. I'm telling you, the second you don't have to worry about your cuff bolt ever again, you'll never miss it, dude. You don't need the changing color cuffs. You don't. It's so much better to not have to worry about that bolt, man, at every degree. But that's just my theory. Simple skate's a good skate. Next up, Laura's actually showing off his new plastic boot for his skate company he's launching. And it's this beautiful checkered skate here. Look at it. It looks insane. Now, before you get your hopes up about having an actual checkered skate, it's actually just covered in tape to hide the shape and look of it before they actually release it. But look, there's an idea of what it's going to look like. And every time I see this, I just really wish it was an actual checkered skate, because it looks so nice. I want a checkered skate, man. That's like my pro skate dream. Imagine that with like a white sole plate, man. I think it'd be so nice. But yeah, the overall shape, it looks very interesting. These are at Grindhaven event. Apparently there's going to be a shell size that is missed by every boot company right now. So this size is an EU42. Here's some footage from the event of someone trying them on. Apparently there's a pressure point there that they're going to sort out. Well, yeah, overall, I can't tell you how excited I am for these skates, man. Speaking of Laura's company, Chroma just dropped a new wheel for Chynna. I've been skating her last Chroma wheel. It's one of my favorites, but this new one has a sick new design, man. I think it works so well. Very pretty, and another well-earned wheel badge, because there's also an anti-rocker. I know there's also an anti-rocker they should definitely check out. But and once again, I just love the effort put into the packaging for this and the whole color scheme and everything. And Chynna's one of the coolest skaters in the world, so well-earned once again. But speaking of wheels and anti-rockers, one of the members of the community here on Twitch just got sponsored by this brand I've never heard of called Wax Snacks. So congrats to him. It's Roces boy, one of the steezy skaters I know, by the way. But we're checking them out, and they've got these plant-based, biodegradable, 100% biodegradable anti-rockers, which I can't believe don't exist yet. And they're very clean. I like the pink colorway, and it's a good idea for the market. You know, a wheel that's better for the planet. You know, you go through anti-rockers quite a lot. And it's like, what do you do when you get to the end of their life, you know? It'd be good that they actually break down at some point, you know? But it's not the only cool product they have. They also have some pizza-scented wax. Pizza-scented, dude. You're going to be starving, as well as candy floss. And they have a bunch of really unique wheels. A lot of, like, clear jelly wheels like this. Stuff that, like, really caught my eye. Like, I've never seen before. Like, look at the diamond wheels here. Shout out to them for supporting the homie. And, yeah, I was surprised. Usually, like a brand that I haven't heard of before coming out of nowhere isn't this interesting. You know, when I find it doesn't have this much innovation in it. So definitely check them out. And speaking of cool products from the homies, IRollNY York has made these really cool pins that if you're at Blading Cup, you would have been able to cop. It's getting green screened. Oh my god, I'm sorry. But it's taking the derogatory term of fruit Buddha and flipping it on its head and making it a positive light. Really cool, high quality pins. I like the packaging, very sick. There's also a massive sticker sheet too. It's really sick. And you might have thought you missed your opportunity because they're not at Blading Cup. But he's told me that he's planning to do a re-release of them for the holiday season. So stay tuned, follow him on Instagram, and definitely cop them. It's a really cool product. Speaking of really cool products to spend money on, there's a new VOD that's such good value for money called Nail in the Coffin by Hawk Trickler, featuring a bunch of really cool people in it, like some of my favorites, like a big massive group of really good homies. This is a 30-minute video that's only $5, so you should definitely cop it, and it's well and truly worth it. There's some really good clips. Like, look, Happy Tooth here absolutely killed it. I think I should start calling him the Utility King, because he has so much good utilities in this video, man. Like, spins to utilities are just very impressive all around. The first clip in the edit that's landed is by Rob Scallon, which is really cool. The guy that grinded Tree's arm in an Instagram post recently. And it has our boy Stefan Brando and all the boys we love, and it's edited by Hawk Trickler. Definitely recommend it. Highly worth $5, man. That's so underselling it. Definitely check it out. But if you don't have the $5 for that, then you should definitely check out this free edit, which shouldn't be free, from Bill, featuring his usual steez high level skating with really well filmed, really well put together. Just overall, a great way to get inspired for your next street section. Can't recommend it more. Shout out to him. Really good vibes in the skating, dude. I can't put it into words, but it's another one you must check out. It'll be linked in the description. Check it out. Next up, though, this is another story that absolutely surprised me. But I saw Sonic Frontiers, new video game that came out. If you signed up for it, they were giving out soap shoes. Sonic soap shoes. Now I saw this, I couldn't fucking believe it. I was like, no way. They're bringing back soap shoes. Turns out you just get soap shoes in the video game, which is very disappointing. But anyway, just wanted to mention that little bit of disappointment for my week. But speaking of homies you should support, though, going back on track, Rob Callan's brand Stay Rolling Co. just had a sick, massive new drop of new stuff, which is all really cool to see. Really high quality, really well designed by Rob Callan himself, who's one of the coolest skaters I know. I feel like he has the best Instagram game for rollerblading ever. Every post is so high quality, so well put together, and so creative. One of my favorite dudes to see. Definitely follow him and check out the new drop he just had. Well worth supporting. Back into the news of new skates. There's a new Gawd skate, which is a nice, clean, white version of the Tim Franken. But this one has a brand new twist of an idea, which is that every single one comes with some Ritz dye. So it's a skate that you dye, bringing back dyeing skates. You know how everyone used to do when you could buy them at a Garissa Mall? Which I think is such a cool idea. I mean, absolutely everyone can have a unique colored skates. But from the ones I've seen that are dyed, it kind of reminds me that how dyeing skates wasn't that great, you know, like the color's usually quite faded and kind of off, and it's usually not a very vibrant color. But I think this is a really good idea. I like the unique thinking from Gawds. Shout out to Frankey for doing that. And speaking of Frankey, I'm sure you've seen it, but Frankey is making a video game for a PS5, which is very, very interesting. Just looking at it now, I know if this was a PC game, it's never going to run on my computer. But it seems to have a bit of everything in it, and it seems very well done. He's been working on it for the last couple years. Frankey is the main character. There is rollerblading in it. There's like parkour on foot stuff. There's third-person shooting in it with like police and stuff. There's like city exploration. It's like a cyberpunk world. Very interesting. There's a lot going on. I have no idea what to expect from it, but and I also don't have a PS5, so I don't think I'll be able to play it. I hope it comes out on other platforms, but overall, didn't expect it to happen. Frankey's World. I guess we'll have to wait and see. So the James Drive universal buckle system that I talked about earlier is now available for pre-order. It's been available for pre-order for a while. And it was supposed to be shipping in late December. Things to note about it again is that it doesn't come with any of the hardware to screw it onto your boot. And it doesn't come with the receiver. Because if you're buying this buckle, you already have a buckle on your skate. So to me, that makes sense. But I definitely would have preferred to see an option to have some better hardware or something to come with it. Maybe that'll happen in the future. But the biggest shock for the release of this is the fact that it is $60 US. It's quite expensive. It's like at least twice as expensive as the Roces memory buckle right now. And that's definitely what stood out to everyone. But I mean, it's a new product from a new company that's all handmade. And I think it makes sense. We'll have to wait and see till we get some reviews of them to see how good it is. But I think just looking at it there in the pictures, it looks like an extremely high quality product. But you definitely run the risk when you have a price like that of people expecting very high standard of stuff on your product. I want to show you these quick 2 clips as they scroll past, featuring some really cool skating. First is this from Sascha Sims, a cartwheel switch up. Don't think I've ever seen that. Very clean, very nice. The next is this Thomas the Tank Engine clip, which is literally this just made my life. I could watch this forever. It should be like a 5-hour version, but I don't know if I can show the music. I'll show you the music real quick. It's just Thomas music with the boys running train. Anyway, thanks for watching today. I appreciate you. Hope you get to go for a skate. Thanks again to the people in the chat here who have been hit. They rule. Shout out to Junk, Scrototube, Keep on Blading, Penguin Accord. Thanks for being at and Mission for winning, guessing the right skate. And yeah, I'll see you guys later with another video. Peace out.